Mark and I are taking on a swim-run adventure. Over the next 24 hours, we're attempting to battle our way across a remote chain of islands off the UK mainland.
Big question is, did we land on the right island?
We'll be swimming through cold open water, running rugged trails, and carrying everything we need for 2 days and 1 night. This is the Isles of Scilly. Beautiful, brutal, and for the next day, our playground. This whole mission was dreamt up by Wes, the founder of the Scilly 60, a running adventure held every year across the islands. The Scilly 60 isn't your average race. It's a self-supported, multi-island ultra run, covering 60 kilometres of sand, trail, tarmac, and tidal crossings. Well, Wes got in touch to see if we'd act as guinea pigs for his latest idea, a swim-run version of the challenge.
Whacking all my belongings in this thing.
2 days, multiple swims, long runs, cut-off times, and crucially, points to collect along the way. And of course, we said yes. Time to meet the main man and find out exactly what he's got in store for us.
So what happens is you're going to be given a ruck raft and you're going to be carrying your tent, your sleeping bag, everything you need for 2 days, so kind of like fast packing or bike packing. And you don't know where you're going. We don't know where we're starting yet. The purple circles is where you have to get. Okay. The orange squares are bonus points. Okay, so
we're collecting points.
So you have got 4 hours to get to the campsite on Briar.
So in short, we did have a plan, sort of. On Wes's map were a set of key checkpoints we had to reach, all within a strict 4-hour time limit. Then there were the extras, optional detours we could visit for bonus points. The further out they were, the more points they were worth. But if we missed the 4-hour cutoff, well, every minute late and we'd lose points, fast. A bit of strategy, a bit of guesswork, and thankfully, Mark and I were in it together. A fun game with just enough jeopardy to keep us moving. But firstly, we had to find out if this would be a wet start or a dry one.
To find out where we're going to start, I have this very special coin. I've got a Scilly 60 or a Tails. Okay, so Scilly 60 is going to be a wet start. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I like the sound of that.
And we are going to drop you off in a boat. Okay, somewhere.
Somewhere, will you tell us where we are?
So we're going to be dropping you off around here. So Scilly 60 is wet. Happy with that?
Okay, yeah.
Dry. Oh,
Okay,
rubbish. But
I'm happy about that one. You're not.
No, I am. Because there's a really, really beautiful place that you wouldn't find without me taking you there for the start. So we're going to go to a really amazing start.
Right. Well, let's grab some lunch and make a plan.
Yep. So I'll let you think. I'm happy to answer any questions, but it's all on you.
Thankful for a dry start and a quick study up of the map, we made our way to the south of St Mary's Island to begin our adventure.
Heather, are you prepared?
I have got everything here. I might be regretting it when I'm having to run up a hill and Mark's having to wait for me. But in here is a tent, a sleeping bag, a sleeping mat with a pillow, obviously my raft, my toothbrush is in here, got my phone, hydration, nutrition. Yeah, I am ready.
I think I've got everything. I've got my sleeping bag, base layer, shorts, water, tarp, bivvy bag, socks. Good to go.
Okay, you guys ready? You've got 4 hours to be at Briar campsite. Every minute that you're late, you lose a point. You can be early, that's absolutely fine, but you want to be there within 4 hours. So you can choose your route depending on your speed. Okay.
We're going to head for the 30 points first.
Yeah, I think get bank some points and then see how I go.
See how we're getting on, yeah.
Before we've even got wet.
Okay.
It's a dry start, this is good.
Yeah.
Right, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Have fun.
Okay.
All right, you said let's go on. Right, we're off.
It's a bit all over the place up here.
Yeah, we've decided we're going to go straight in for the 30 points, which means just following the kind of the coast path for about 4k.
Yeah, I think so, roughly.
Our strategy, if you can call it that, was to head straight for loaded Camel Rock and bag ourselves 30 points. We had energy, we were still dry and vaguely comfortable, and we figured it'd be smarter to grab the big points early while morale was high. And to be honest, we were pretty happy to have an easy choice early doors because there were some tough decisions to make later on.
There have been so many compromises and big decisions to make when it comes to this trip. So first off, obviously, how much we carry, camping tents, sleeping bag, all these things, because we've got to carry that, but then also there's comfort and warmth tonight you've got to think about. And then on the other hand, also just today, what we're wearing. So I've opted for a thermal base layer, which I am seriously regretting now, just a kilometre into this run, sweating out. Heather's already derobing, panicking.
My wrist warmers aren't necessary right
But the
now.
water temperature is only around 16 degrees, which is like, you know, fresh, isn't it? So,
I think we're too hot or too cold.
yeah, so anyway. I mean, that is quite clearly a camel's head, sat down, loaded up.
He's resting his chin, isn't he?
Yeah. Almost ran straight past it. All right, off we go, get our selfie with him.
All right. Selfie time. Where's the camel? There's the camel, I think.
Right, now to find out where we go next. So, loaded camel here. We are going to go back on ourselves, and then we just follow the get onto the road, and then
take a
Punges Lane.
Right,
yeah,
nice.
Punges Lane.
30 points successfully bagged. Now to find our way back en route to the water for our first swim and to meet Wes. But with so many landmarks to remember, it's hard to recall exactly what it is we're aiming for.
Well, we've got some bearings of a mast up here. And we are looking for, what's the name of the place? We're looking for something rocks.
That's a very good point, though, isn't it?
We can't remember. Doesn't matter, I guess, as long as Wes is there.
Yeah, this is indeed. Oh yeah.
We almost missed the camel.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of went past it and got it from the wrong angle.
With the first run behind us, it was time to take on the first of many swims on this adventure. We were heading from the island of St Mary's to the small family-run island of Tresco. Roughly 1.8 kilometre swim across open water. But while we were feeling good on land, we had no idea how our bodies would react to cold water, currents, and swimming with all this stuff.
Bring your little ruck raft out.
The first swim was turning out to be a mixed bag. Manageable, but definitely not smooth sailing. We were focused on finding the right line to the beach, avoiding tangles of seaweed, and staying on course. Still, we couldn't afford to just switch off. The moment we hit dry land, we'd need a clear plan, because we were still racing against the clock.
So the team got in the water just over an hour into the event. It's taken them, it would be about an hour 45 by the time they land. We're now at that point. I'm looking at the map, trying to work out what would I do. We're nearly 2 hours into the race, and we're here. Have I got time to go to Sampson, run up to the hill, and back again across the Briar, and back up to the campsite? That will probably put me right on the cusp, if not slightly late. Or do I play it safe and head up to New Grimsby and do the smaller swim across the Briar, and then be there probably about 3 hours and have an hour to spare? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It's really tricky.
Big question is, did we land on the right island? I think I was sighting the right island the whole time.
Where are all the people? Mark, you remember an hour ago when you said how hot you were? What's happened?
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now.
The mission now? Find Wes on Tresco and figure out our next move. I'll be honest, that swim took more out of us than we'd expected, and suddenly the 4-hour time limit felt a lot tighter.
All good?
Yeah, good.
How was it?
Cold, we get nice warm hands.
Yeah.
We were 2 hours in, and any time over our 4-hour limit meant points deducted. So now it wasn't about chasing points, it was actually about protecting the ones we'd already earned. So we had to choose very carefully.
Final decision is head straight to the campsite in the quickest way possible. Yeah, and then get to the pub.
Quite happy actually. I've been thinking about the pub, well, basically before we started, so.
With Mark's appetite for pub food leading the charge, we had one final short run across the beautiful island of Tresco, heading for the quay. From there, it was a short 400-metre swim across the bay to Briar, and our final stop for the day, the campsite and the pub.
How are you feeling about this being the final swim of the day?
There's a nice sort of lighter feeling on my shoulders of.
And look how short it is this time.
No,
we can
but
literally see people.
But last time, I'm very conscious that I thought that last time was short, so I'm just still.
You can even see the campsite. Look, it's over there.
Yeah. Okay. Does feel
And the
good.
pub, I think that's the pub just there.
You can taste your fish and chips and your burger.
Right, just need to pack up.
Would you stop your guns if I had you on my side? Come and seal your fate till the end of my desire.
Well, that was more like it. It was just flat, and we'll keep quiet about the fact that there might have been a little assistance. Made a difference.
A little heather tether.
A heather tether.
Right, the Heather's said she's going to get the first round.
You weren't supposed to say that on camera. Of course he's going to hold me to that one. Can't wait to get this tent up. I'm now super smug that I have carried this weighty bag with me all day because it's going to pay off.
Yeah, so I haven't got a tent. I've got a bit of tarpaulin that's going over me and a bivvy bag, so just need to attach it to something and pray it doesn't rain.
With our tent and tarpaulin pitched, we headed off to the pub in search of dinner. Today had been amazing, the kind of day that reminds you how lucky we are to still chase an adventure like this. But after we'd eaten, Heather and I got talking about why we really do this kind of thing.
You know, to get the opportunity to do things like this, it's pretty epic, isn't it? It's pretty special.
It really is. I have that battle in my head. Even just this morning I woke up and it was pouring with rain and it was just grey and miserable. And I just think, I have been desperate to come to the Scilly Isles all my life. And I get to actually be here. And then part of me is like, I don't want to be doing this. And I think, how many people would just be so excited to get to do this? And then I'm swimming across here and I'm not moving. And I feel like I'm never going to get to the other side. And there's Mark disappearing off. And I'm just like, oh, I'm always the weak link. And you came back and rescued me. And there's a lot of
But that was the biggest swim probably we're going to do. And look at all these little islands dotted around this archipelago. It's like, what a way to just see the Scilly Isles. That is what I find so special about all of this and what draws me to them, because, okay, we've got ourselves to a fitness level that we can come and do a bit of swimming, a bit of running, and that's, to be able to do this, is incredible. I love it.
I mean, you were saying before this, my swimming is just totally gone. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough to do this. I mean, you are a natural swimmer.
I did surprise myself, actually. I didn't think I had that in me.
But on that now, what motivates you to still train? Because I know you're sort of trying to get back into your running a little bit at the moment, but obviously both of our lives have changed last year, having our own little ones. And, we both have different journeys of we want to stay fit, but then why do you want to I think why do you want to work on your running at the moment? Why is your swimming slipping?
I think for me at the moment, the running's the easiest thing to fit in life.
Yeah.
And so I could just head out the door and I get that kind of hit that I'm looking for. and I can come back in half an hour's time and I feel great. And so with that, then I'm finding challenges around that, or things or projects just solely based on running. Swimming, less so. It's a bit, I do love swimming, but it's just like so much more involved, isn't it, getting to a swimming pool? So, but you love going to Vobster and getting.
I do, but I realised today I don't really do much training. I go for the social, and that's my problem. But it's that I find that fine balance with. I think you might be the same. Of I want to like come back and do these races and prove that I can do this and almost inspire Magnus. And then on the other hand, I'm like, why am I doing this? It's just silly. Like, I should just be spending more time at home or just, chilling out, because who am I proving it to? And
Absolutely, it's this like eternal battle of I've got this beautiful child at home that I want to spend time with, but also sort of trying to look after myself and also enjoy life, right? And so, I do. And that is why I found myself going towards the running, because it's just simple to fit in. And but I come and do these sort of things like, God, I just want to do more swimming. So it's such a hard balance, isn't it? It's so hard to do it all.
I mean, I just think this is a really cool way of just sometimes doing, what we, in a sense, do, swim, bike, run. I mean, forgetting the bike bit, but without the actual clock and the point of having to like be a certain time. And I sometimes find that just really refreshing, of just going and doing and just being out.
100%. So much of my life has been about paces, times, and places.
Yeah.
And this is, okay, we're collecting points, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're just having an amazing time out there. Okay, I don't even know how many points we'd have got today, but...
I think it's not very many yet.
But we've had a great time. It's been really good. We're getting to camp under the stars, and I had a great time.
It makes a nice change for a GTM video, doesn't it? That it isn't like how far and how fast can we go.
Yeah.
It's just go and explore and collect some points on the way.
Yeah.
More to find tomorrow.
Yeah. God, we can talk well after a few pints, can't we?
So yeah, all our kit goes in these little dry bags and then on the little inflatable, and off we go.
We've got a big day ahead. First up, we'll leave Briar and swim back to Tresco. Then it's a run across the island and a cold stretch of water out to North Wethel, a remote dot in the sea, but worth 5 vital points. It doesn't sound like much, but we've still got a long way to go today, having to end up back at the ferry port on St Mary's. The choices we make this morning could decide whether we stay ahead of the clock or we watch those points slowly slip away.
Okay, we're off. It's our first swim. We are nipping around, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, Hangman's Island. There's actually literally a noose on the top there. Pretty dark. We're heading over to sort of that castle over on the other side. I think it's about 400 metres. So let's do this. A bit nervous without my base layer on. First swim done. Our little castle, we've just got to go find the best route now. Up here somewhere. It seemed so obvious when we were over there where the path was, but now we're faced with a little cliff. Check this out. Oh.
Cromwell's castle sits at the northern tip of Tresco. Built in the 1650s during the English Civil War, it was designed to defend the channel between the islands of Briar and Tresco. And today, it's one of the best surviving examples of an artillery tower from that era, and a striking reminder of the island's turbulent past. Now, it doesn't earn us any points, but come on, you gotta go in a castle when you see one.
Now we just gotta go up there.
Up another mound.
That's worth it though, that was cool. Right, just checking the map. Look at this, amazing. We're going over to that island in the middle there. We're going to try and get over to the rocky bit, I think, over here, give ourselves the shortest swim across. And then we're going over to, I think it's that island over there. Yes. God, what an adventure. Minimise our swimming, we're getting as close as we can. We're off the footpath now.
So far, we've ticked off the islands of St Mary's, Tresco and Briar, with a few solid swims and runs already in the arms and legs. We've bagged 30 points so far thanks to the well-rewarded loaded Camel Rock. Next up, North Wethel for those crucial 5 points and a stepping stone to the next island in our path, the island of St Helens. The next stretch is all about staying ahead of the clock and making the ferry off St Mary's in just a few hours. We grabbed 5 quick points on North Wethel, then pushed straight on to St Helens for another 20. No time to hang around.
And we're on to this one now.
We've got 20 points.
Way! Oh, 5:20. Wicked.
Next up, a tough swim to Tien.
Chilly, this one. Straight over there, that lovely beach.
A bit further when you're in the water.
It does. Oh, right, GoPro away. Oh, that might have been our hardest swim yet.
Tien adds 5 more points and we're straight back in the water. The final crossing to the beautiful island of St Martin's. Every move now has one goal: reach that ferry. It's the finish line and our ride home. Miss it and we're very stuck.
So we are 2 hours 51 into day 2. We just landed on St Martin's. I think they've probably got nearly an hour's worth of running on St Martin's. So that brings them up to the 4-hour mark before they've got a 1K swim and a couple of little island hops. So I think they'll definitely be pushing over the 4-hour mark. They've now got to make a decision of do they go and try and bag the extra points by the mazes. That'll kind of bring their times back down. I don't know. Hopefully they're happy. Hopefully they're warm enough. We're gonna go and have a quick check-in on them in a second. But yeah, they're doing great. They're looking good. But you can tell it's day 2 and it's halfway through day 2. They're looking tired now. Let's just see what happens next.
How are we doing time-wise,
So we're pretty much 3 hours in, 2:58 now. I reckon you've got an hour's run here, so that's going to bring us to the 4-hour mark. Well, no, because your time would just cut off. So
We'll be losing points. There's no point in swimming. There is literally no point in swimming because we'll be losing points. What a shame.
We might get to swim with seals.
Oh, I thought the clock stopped at 4 hours.
yeah, well, it keeps going, so you just lose a point for every minute you're late.
Oh, God.
It's such a long swim, though. We'll be like negative points. As much as I'd like that final swim, we do also have a ferry to catch.
Well, let's just see what St Martin's holds and see what happens when we get to the day mark. I'll see you guys at the day mark.
Okay.
So, and take it all from there.
Well, this is our next checkpoint, mazes. Apparently, these were built by some of the kids on the islands about 50 odd years ago and still remain today. So we've got these little mazes. Super cool. The maze visit has given us an additional 20 points. We ran to meet Wes at the must-visit day marker point on the island and made our way to the water once more.
As we made our way across St Martin's, it became clear we're not going to beat the 4-hour clock. And as we reached the harbour, it became certain.
All right. We've got some decisions to make, haven't we? So we're down in the harbour of St Martin's. The swim, it looks quite fun.
It looks much further now we're down here. I'm glad.
We're approaching the 4-hour mark. We will get points deducted if we overshoot that, which we're definitely going to now. But Wes does say it's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
Do you think what we should do is just
I think
can we just jump on the boat and then just whiz over and have a look at it?
I think we should probably stop the watch now.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
have a final hurrah
Yeah, all
or
right,
victory
so-
lap. So
So we're going to stop the watch. We're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Stopping the watch.
Stop the
All right.
watch.
There we go. All right. High five to that. All right.
And to Wes.
oh yeah,
Let's
Great
go see
work,
this
you
beautiful
guys.
island.
Yeah.
So hopefully some seals as well.
yeah.
Promise seals.
Fingers crossed.
And in that moment, it didn't feel like a loss because we'd already had the adventure. "24 hours with good people, pushing ourselves to wild, beautiful places. We'd seen parts of these islands lots of people never reach. And we'd done it together, carrying everything we needed and trusting each other to keep moving forward. We bagged 80 points, but they don't matter either. It was hard. It was cold. It was tough, but it was worth it. And we feel incredibly lucky just to have been here at all."
So was it what you thought?
Do you know, I've already forgotten what I thought, if that makes sense, because it felt like yesterday feels like so long ago. I feel like I've just been floundering around in the water ever since. And I kind of didn't really know what my expectations were, but it superseded them, whatever they were, for sure. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm just happy I got to do a bit of swimming, running, and I stayed on a beautiful campsite on Briar. I've got a pasty. I went to a pub somewhere in the middle of all that. It's just incredible. What an experience. And we towed everything with us.
Yeah.
Oh man, you couldn't dream this stuff up. It's incredible.
Well, Wes has.
That is it.
On that, Wes, you did give us some points and a map at the start, and I know we didn't take it maybe as seriously as we should, but how many points did we get?
Yeah, so looking through, so you managed 20 points yesterday. No, sorry, 30 points yesterday. And then a 50 extra today. So you've got yourselves 80 points. So, yeah, nicely done. Nicely done.
Well, we'll go home happy with our 80 points, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been quite
Well,
an
Wes,
adventure.
I've got to say a big thanks for pulling all of this together. Obviously, we were sort of guinea pigs, so hopefully this event is going to become an official thing, right, in the next year.
Yeah, that is the aim. I'd like to release this for next year. And it's been really great to see what it actually looks like. Having something in your head is one thing, but having real people really attempting it, be like, oh, some of the points go into tea and you got 5 points because I thought it'd be 5 minutes out of your way. It's more like 35 minutes out. I've got a lot of adaptations to make with the point system.
You're off on the right start.
But it looked like you guys had a lot of fun, and that's all all that matters to me.
Yeah.
So
we're forever grateful. So thank you so much for inviting us to the Scilly Isles. It's been an incredible trip, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed sort of joining us for some of that challenge. And if you want to go and join in person, well, look, where's up?
Scilly 60, check it out. Well, thanks ever so much for tuning in. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like. See you next time.